Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7 PM and it's time for your favourite show, Go On My Sunday. So let's welcome the host, Geoff. Steele, everybody. Woo! Yes, it's Sunday. You should turn that down. There we go. How are you all? You're well? Excellent. I'm pleased to hear it. What a wonderful week I've had. I've been in the sun today. Can you tell? Burning like bacon. Terrible behaviour. But yeah, I don't do well in the sun. But I'm trying to get a good base level colour down. It's a bit like painting a wall. Right? You just got to get a good base coat down, like the marvellous work back there. Good base coat, and then everything becomes easier. So I figure if I stay like pasty pale the whole time, then I'll just be allergic to the sun and watching people throughout the years enjoy themselves on the beach whilst I stand just covered in a duvet cover with some eye holes, and then a visor so I don't get sunburnt eyelids, which possibly could happen. Unlikely with the bushy eyebrows, but I did get them trimmed a few weeks ago for the first time. Pretty exciting. So they might not be as good a coverage as they once were before. But yes, so yeah, being in the sun again. Have you enjoyed the sun today? I do hope you have. Are you enjoying this sun? Of course you are. It's the best sun of the day. You thought 7 PM, the best sun's gone. Wait, no it hasn't. Live right now. There he is. But yeah, no, it has been an exciting week. I've done a lot. I've had my first gig for a while, proper stand-up gig in front of people. I was excited. Got a message from Roderick Buttrick, must mention him, Rodders as he's known out there. He was like, do you want a gig in front of actual people? Fuck yeah. It was great. So made my way down there and lovely people, set it all up like a proper outdoorsy gig, which I haven't really done before, and they were all there, all engaged, because it was a house party, so I thought, there's going to be music going on, people just not giving a fuck and a voice to my life. But no, they were all dead. They had it all set out. It was wonderful. I had a great time, and I hope they had a blinder of an evening. I really did. I knew it was going to be good because I turned up and I was phoning and going, I think I'm outside. This is my way of safely arriving at a venue. I knew I was in the right place, but that's just what you do, isn't it? You just call ahead and go, I think I'm outside. You know it's them. You can see them through the window. But you do the stupid game and I'm walking around, I go, I think I'm outside. Someone from one of the houses goes, you looking for Keith's house? It's my new cover-up name. I said yes, because I don't know if that was the right person or not. But fuck yeah. Are you looking for this person's house? They've got a reputation. There is at least something incredible happening there. Even if it's at like a balloon animal convention, and this neighbour's just been like, the balloons are everywhere on every Saturday night. There they are, fucking scattered everywhere. But it wasn't, it was the right place, and thank God for that, because you don't want to get yourself in trouble, do you? You don't want to end up at a balloon making convention looking like a moron, just going, I can't even do a dog. And I go, that's the minimum requirement for you to be here. Who even are you? So, do you want to hear some jokes? And I go, no, this isn't a joking matter, young man. So yeah, there you go, that's what happened. Pretty exciting. And yeah, I made my way down there using the old sat-nav on the phone, which is so good. I love that. It felt, because I've been to Southampton many times and I've always gone the same way, but this time it was like, you should go down this way, and I was like, wow, that was a lot quicker, right? And sat-nav really is the greatest thing in the world, because I am not good at directions, because not all that long ago, if I'm honest with you, right, I used to have to use the old Google Maps. You've got your maps, you take down the directions. It was basically footnotes, a crappy out of focus map printed off, or sometimes traced off a screen, and just praying to everything above you, just hoping you find it, and you make a wrong turn, you're knackered. And I'll never with it, even when sat nav, I'll make a wrong turn. It'll be like, give a vague instruction, sometimes the roundabout's got a lot going on, and it's like, come off the roundabout here, and you're like, is it that one or the other one? And suddenly you're going the wrong way down the M25. But yeah, no, still make it though. Still make those wrong turns. But yeah, no, good to have it on the phone, isn't it? That's what you want, isn't it, when you arrive somewhere. Limited battery space. Well worth it. But no, as I say, great to do a gig again. Thank you, Rodders, and to his friend, who I'll name if I get permission, but until then, his friend who put the lovely party on and was just fucking all round great guy, and everyone there was fucking awesome. So, had a good time. Thanks for that. Yes. Had a nice day today as well. Pretty good day. Had a garden party, right? All the girlfriend's family and my very close family, all just in together, because, you know, it seems a bit pointless having people over from other countries just for an afternoon. So that's why it was, you know, if you had both families there, we wouldn't have had enough room, to be honest, because we're both big families. But yes, we had a good time, and it's great having, like, being out in the sun, burning my face, and just having lots of food and talking about flowers, because that's my life now. When you're a kid and you see your parents doing stuff like that, going like, oh, this is a flower, oh, are those Hyranodondiums? And they're like, yes, they are. That's me now. I'm like, are those orchids? That's the best I could come up with. I'm so sorry. Dahlias would have been better. We've been talking about dahlias all afternoon and I forgot the word. There you go. So yeah, doing flowers and that, and some like old stories and things like that. Like, you know, just sort of like Mum will come over from Ireland, and she was talking about that and how the world used to be different, and Dad was like, we used to live in caves and make things out of tin, because he's a caveman. And then had the other stories of like, how did you go here, how did you go there? And you know what? Old people stories are fucking quality. I love them. I do. My stories are a bit shit, really. Things like a life story. I've got some good stories, but there's some legal implications with some of them. I haven't ever done anything illegal, but, you know, it's just sort of like, I wonder who put that dent in my tree. You know what I mean? Just got to work at these things out. So, but like, they're cool though. They're like, all I had was my little bag, and I went down the town in my Sunday best. I knocked on a door. I was like, hey, you got any work? I go, no, but my friend down the hill does. And we made our way down the hill and we slipped in a bush. And he was like, this is incredible. It's like, now it's like, I mean, the most baffling story I've got is like, you know, the first job application I filled out was on paper. That's it. It's like, it's all done online now. I fucking hate job interviews anyway. Fucking terrifying. Go in there and it's just they're asking like weird riddle-based questions. Can you give us an example of a time that you went above and beyond for someone? It's like, how far do you take that? I'd be like, oh well, you know, just I stayed on an extra hour. That's not good enough, is it? You can't like go too far. Be like, well, someone was in the car park of the building and their car broke down. I said, don't worry, I'll give you a lift to Edinburgh. And I drove for 4 hours And suddenly they were like, oh, I feel a bit ill, and they collapsed. We took them to the hospital. Turns out it was a lot more serious than we first imagined, and I donated organs to them so they could live, and now they are King of Wales. Like, you made that up. I might have done, yes, but I once was Employee of the Month at WH Smiths. So yeah. Maybe though, maybe my stories will be fascinating in years to come. I'll be talking to grandkids and stuff. Be like, what? Tell us about the olden days, Grandad. Well, I used to stand in a garage talking to myself through down the internet to a live audience with just a phone. What's a phone? They might not know what it is, you know what I mean? Who knows where the world would have gone by then. And yeah. And I painted it. I did it all myself by hand. And I laid a couple of bricks. Fuck it, look, no one's going to be around to correct me, are they? I did the whole thing. I built all of this. But maybe that's what they did. That's what the old stories are. They say like, oh, I just had a bag of my possessions. But they didn't, did they? A sack full of money. They stayed in hotels and it was like, ooh, we get rain. I don't know. I like to think so. That's my thing. But like, they've always got these cool stories, like especially like when they're sort of like, not necessarily like changing like countries and like, oh, it was all so different back then, right? Even just, I was in London and then I decided I was going to leave London and start a new life. And all I had was my handkerchief on a stick with all my worldly possessions in it. And I just walked there and found my way to Winner or something else awful. I found myself in Slough. Have you got a job? Yes. Got any housing? Yes. No one wants to live here. That's not fair. Slough's a lovely place. But yeah, no, I do love. Like you do get those people. Like you get kind of annoyed by them. Admittedly, I get annoyed by them. They're like, oh, what have you like? You know, you bump into that old school friend. What have you been up to? Like, I just shit. Working. Got a job, and I. Oh, did you ever go to uni? No. And they're like, what have you been up to? And they just can't wait to tell you the things they've been up to. They're just sort of like, oh, well, I spent 5 years in France, just on a muscle boat, just going down a river. This doesn't seem like a plausible story at all. No, that's where they had a muscle boat going down the river. Weren't fishing for mussels, we just bodybuild during the night time. And then during the day, we just go down the river going. I don't know what pose that is. That's very like it's an impressive bingo wing. Yeah. Wish I had some bingo wings. I could cool myself down in here right now. It's quite warm. I've committed to the jacket because it's a thing. It's a thing, isn't it, Nigel? It's a thing. But yes, yeah, I never went to like France or, I mean, the whole of Europe's there for me, but never bothered to learn the language. It's difficult to learn another language, and I do that thing that a lot of people do. I do it with the accent, and that probably makes it all 80 times worse, and they can't understand you because you're sounding like a moron. And I think the English are the only people that do that. They turn up like, bonjour, comment t'appelles-tu, ça fait combien? Like, what are you even saying, you moron, right? You don't get the French coming over here and like, oh, hello, how much is this, doggy? What are you doing? Have you had a stroke? Are you Dick Van Dyke? It's one of the two. So yeah, I think, you know, if I was, maybe I will learn another language. I won't, but if I do, I'm going to do it and just keep with the English accent. Just be like, bonjour, Stephen. Je voudrais. What I'm talking about. But yes. I mean, you can do it all on the internet now. Like someone told me, right, he spoke like several languages, which I don't know. I can't check these things. He'd make any old noise, I'd be like, that's probably Japanese. I don't know. No, I speak Japanese. Fine, sure. He was like, yeah, you get loads of apps on your phone. You just learn it in the airport. I'm like, all right, yeah. Maybe you can, maybe it is that easy. So, you know, learn another language. But if I do it, I'm going to not do the accent on top. You know, just turn up, be like, konnichiwa, boys. Which is a language, I think. Don't know which one, but that's got to be less upsetting for them than hearing you do a horrible version of their accent. It's like, he's put the effort in, he's learned the language, but I can't help feeling he's racist. Yes, really using this to the max today. Yeah. Yeah, some of my favourite things on the internet now. This is well worth checking out. I'm trying to find new sports. That's what I like to do. Not really much of a sports fan. I don't watch football or anything like that, because it's a lot of commitment. There's a lot of leagues and games and stuff, and I can't help feeling I wouldn't care if my team lost, right? But I was just checking out the internet, right, and there's some cool stuff out there. I saw lacrosse, which I've not seen before, but it's actually a really good game. I was like, this is cool. But again, I'll probably have to sign up to a sports package. But my favourite one, this is incredible. Prepare yourselves. Frisby golf. It's amazing. It's so, right, it sounds stupid, right? They've got like, oh, watch out for that. Let's put that. Right, so they've got like a stick. I could have just said stick. I don't know why I've gone to all this effort. Okay. We're just going to talk this one out. Right, so you've got a stick, right? It's got like a thing with chains running down, looks like a basket, and you throw the frisbee into that, and it catches itself into like a bowl bit. But they go down a proper golf course. They got the tee off bit. They're like proper proper wang it down there. And as they get closer, it's a bit more ooh. But it's not the game itself necessarily, but the characters playing it, because it's a new sport. They've not like kitted themselves out properly. They're not in some breathable materials necessarily, and that's what I love. The early stages when it's like, who gives a fuck, we're all just a bit drunk. That's what I want in a sport. So they just fling their frisbees and they all look like video game characters. Have like a slightly hippie-ish one with a, like long hair, lots of long hair and a goatee build, and they'll have like another guy, it's just like a fat guy from the pub who's like, I reckon I can do this. And it's just loads of different characters in there, and it's worth it. Trust me. It is definitely worth it. And you know what else is worth it? Oh wait, no. Now, some of that information might be slightly suspect. So it's time for Geoff Fact, 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 do 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 do, Geoff Fact, Geoff Fact, Geoff Fact, Geoff Fact. Not all cat burglars are cats. Geoff Fact, Geoff Fact, Geoff Fact, do do do, Geoff Fact, Geoff Fact. Read it and weep. Yeah, well, that's a good fact, Geoff. Where can I drop this in my life? Well, if you're at a party and they're talking a conversation you don't fully understand, might be some art people all in berries and long coats discussing, going, oh, the thing about cubism is blur, right? What do you think, Geoff? I'll just be like, you know, not all cat burglars are cats. Well, yeah, no. Because that's how they... If you've ever been to a poetry night, it's really exciting. Now, it's time for everyone's favourite segment. Your questions. Yes, it's time for your questions, yes. And here they are. Right. First question. It's officially, this question is from John. I say officially it's from John. The reason is, a lot of people ask me the same question. I will answer it for you now. A lot of people were like, last week you said that you were going to reveal who the best actor in the world was, and you did not. So the question is, who's the greatest actor of all time? And I can reveal it for you now. Haven't got any comments, have we? No, good. No one's watching. So the best actor in the world, drum roll please, it's Jeff Goldblum, everybody. Yes. Yes it is. Why is it Jeff Goldblum? There's so many people. I'm not sure if he's even won an Oscar. Of course he probably has. I didn't research that. The point is, take a moment out of your day to watch him in any interview on any talk show, like, in the world, right? He is crazy in the most beautiful way. He is so comfortable in himself. He's so, oh, everything's so exciting. I don't do impressions. It's like, oh, it's just, oh, this is good, and yes, oh, right, that's a very good impression, nonetheless, right? So he's like that in normal life, and yet Jurassic Park is like, so these are dinosaurs. Probably not a good idea. Some of these might turn into boys and start making babies. Yeah, because of frogs or something. Watch the film, you work it out. So yeah, so he is properly like, in a beautiful way, in a way that I would love to be that comfortable in my own skin, and hopefully one day I will be. And for him to resort from that into just being normal blokey person around the place, wow, what a talent. So yeah, there you go. If you disagree with me, comment below, send me some hate mail, do what you like. But I am 100% right. Thank you everyone for that question. Right, next one. It's from Ryan in Norway. What is the most impressive skill you have? Well, I actually have a very particular set of skills. I can... What's my most impressive skill? Apart from this, I think probably the worm dance move where you dive down and you're sort of like, away, like that. And it's the most impressive because I'm not a small gentleman, not tall, it's quite impressive to see a person of my stature fling themselves up in the air a few times. So that, I think, is my most impressive skill. That and the rest of my dance moves, quite key on the dance floor. You have to see it to believe it. Next question, Ethel from the 1920s. Thank you, Ethel. Do you like mushrooms? Yeah. Right, next one. Nicole from the living room. Oh, just messaged me. If you could be an alcoholic drink, what would you be? Pina colada. Because everyone loves a pina colada, even if you don't, you go, oh, I don't quite know, you do like it. And it's the greatest drink in the world. And it is a sort of a song that is both equally brilliant and fucking annoying. So, I would be a pina colada, because I am brilliant and probably fucking annoying at times. I'm not annoying, I'm lovely, I'm brilliant, I'm the most fantastic thing in the world. You don't have to believe that, but I will be watching that back later as a sort of motivational tape for myself. Thank you very much. Right. Next one. Joan from Zimbabwe. How are you, Joan? Are you good? Every week, almost. Joe from Zimbabwe. If one animal was made the size of a whale, what would be the scariest? Now, a lot of people will probably opt for like a spider, because a lot of people are scared of spiders. But I can't help thinking that if a spider was suddenly enormous, right, I think it would be so like out of its depth for at least my lifetime and just walk around and go, oh, I'm sorry. So, I think that'd be alright. I think anything sea-based is off, like a shark being that size. I ain't got to go to the beach, have I? You know what I mean? So, all sea-going creatures are off. Let me think this through. I mean, there's ones that are like, oh, big scary. Oh. I think a slug, actually. So everything else, like a big, like, baboon, or gorilla, or whatever the hell that is, or a tiger, or something like, oh, that's freaking scary. Shoot it. I've seen Jurassic Park a lot recently, I think. Shoot her! That's from the first bit. So that's scary, but a slug is just like they don't seem with it at all, do they? Their eyes are up here now. But it just goes along, it's just, imagine that as well, just like, you get up for work in the morning, you're just kind of a bit, oh, can't be bothered. Get outside, it's just slime everywhere. Oh no, your car is like slime to the road and everything, like fucking slugs. You just like hat the gel off and you especially in the UK, that would be the scariest, because it's, we haven't even got enough salt to deal with like that much snow. So we're going to cope with slugs, there's salt everywhere. It's just not going to happen, is it? So slug would be the scariest. Because you wouldn't be innately scary, but like when you got near you, like, oh, I can't run any faster. Like, yeah. Slugs. Thank you very much. That was your questions. Excellent. And, you know, maybe a final thought for today. Stay safe, wear sunscreen, and have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Thank you and goodbye.